Hey everyone, let me know if you can hear me okay. I'm just doing a quick stream, so I haven't set up my microphone. I'm just using the microphone through my laptop, which isn't the greatest, but I don't see the point of setting up my microphone if I'm just going to be doing a quick update. So just let me know if you can hear me okay. If not, I'll pop my mic on. We've got 17 people here, a couple of minutes early. It's just a quick update stream. I just want to say a quick hello to everybody. As we went a little bit early, we'll wait for some more people to come in. If you can just let me know if I sound okay. If it's a little bit tinny, I'll pop the mic in. It's not a problem. Hello, everyone. We've got Yvonne. Hello, darling Justine. Little Miss Sunshine. We've got Steve, Cosmic War Toad, Gary OK, Rach View, Nikki, Freeside in the house. We've got Nanny Loves to Craft. Hello, my love, Tone. Thank you, Vicky. Vicky's a member. Thank you to our first member in the house. Memberships are on this channel now, so if you enjoyed the content, the bunnies and the exclusives on the other channel, they are over here now. Right, we've got Ellen. Hello, Ellen, my love, another member. We have, who else have we got? We've got Diane, another member. Cassandra, hello. Oh, Sandra. Sandra's just gifted a membership. How kind. Oh, thank you, my love. I wonder who got it. Hello, Kayla. Hello, Steve, Linda, Gary, David Wellings, another member. Hello, Maltese. Free speech. Let me have a look on my phone. I just want to see what happened with that because it doesn't show me on StreamYard who got the membership. Hang on. Sorry, let me just get into the stream. Excuse me. Come on. Who got it? Julie R was gifted. Ah, thank you. That's so kind. Another one. Sandra's gifted an Sandra. That's so kind of you. Rach View has been gifted a membership. How kind. That means you get free membership for a month. And that is so kind of Sandra. Mazzy, you're back. Yay. Hello, my love. How you doing, sweetheart? Oh, thanks for joining the membership, my darling. Yeah, they took it off me on the other one, my hun, and I couldn't get it back. So I says, they said I can have it back next year, but they offered it me on this one. So we'll just keep it over here for now because I'm putting all the, if you join the membership, you'll find a load of videos that I've unlocked and a load of regular updates on the community tab. It's like what I was doing on the other channel, maybe a bit more actually. Right then, we've got Jules C. Hello. You're okay, my love? You don't have to be a member. It's totally up to you. How you doing, Mazzy? I love your content. Check out Mazzy's channel. Are you still in the van, my love? She goes around vlogging in the camper van. It's so cool, and she tries new product. I can't speak. Hello, Andy. How you doing, my friend? Hello, Vicky. Thank you, everyone. I've not done. Hello, Candice. Thanks for being a member. Desktop Geek. There's lots of members coming in. Candice. Who else is here? Paula's here, my love. Hello, darling. Free speech. Cosmic War Toad. If I've met Sandra, it's so kind of you, darling. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, Ellen. Diane, Nick, hello. It's just a quick update, folks. I'm not going to be on for long. I'm still not 100%. Vicky, hello, my love. Who else is here? Have I missed anyone? Diane, Mazzy, thank you. That's so kind. Yeah, so I'm still not feeling too good. I can't go and see my dad, but I have got an update on my dad. I did put a post up on the members tab yesterday, and then I did put, hello, that hurt. It's okay. You're working hard or hardly working. Jules, Rose, hello, my love. Funky, Desktop Geek. Right, I'm going to have an update on my dad now. I'm feeling ill myself. I'm sorry to hear that, Vicky, love. Sorry to hear that. Sing Blue Silver, hello. Andy, hello. Andy, would you like a wrench or do you want to stay green? It's up to you. Hardly working. That's what we like to hear. Excuse me. Right. I'll go ahead with the update now. Mazzy, I'm not sure if you've been around, my love, but my dad had a massive heart attack. Hello, David. During a live stream 2 weeks Tuesday, it was. It's horrific. Don't apologise, David. I was actually early. Anyway, for those of you, hello, Kathy. For those of you that have been following this, I left a post yesterday. My dad had surgery yesterday, and I cannot express to you how complicated the surgery was. Only 4 people have had this done. 2 died. I can talk about it a bit more now. I was too upset before to explain this, but we're not out the woods yet, and I'll explain to you why. 2 died, 2 survived this operation. Hello, Hawkeye. Then 1, thank you, Mazzy, love. Hello, Hawkeye. 1 died after, and only 1 still lives. Basically, the type of heart attack that my dad had, his heart exploded and ruptured. It left a big hole in his heart. So they put the stents in and they were going, oh, we'll be fine now. No, he wasn't. Then basically this operation was a 50-50 chance of survival. They did say to him yesterday, they told us to prepare. They told my dad to say his goodbyes. Can you imagine that? You might not wake up from the operation. So it was a 4-hour op, and my dad woke up. Thank God he woke up. Desktop Geek, you don't have to do that. You're already a member. Thank you so much. That's so kind. Thank you. How you doing, Kathy, by the way? I'm not sure I said hello to you. Thank you. Thank you, mate. You're so kind. Thank you. So basically, he said that the doctors said that the hole was in a funny spot. So they put a mesh. This is how amazing our doctors are now. Hello, Julius. They put a mesh over the hole. Now, in the meantime, his heart is only working at 10%. So he's been on a machine. Now, I don't know whether you've seen those machines, but they're like in a chamber, and there's like a balloon going up and down. You may have seen them. That's pumping his heart like a bow, like that, doing that. Now, that machine is attached to his actual heart. That machine is keeping his heart beating. Without that machine, my dad would be dead. This is where I'm going to come into what's going to happen next week. We're down to 50-50 again. Thank you, Rachel. Yes. We're not out the woods yet, and that's why I wanted to explain what's happening. So they put the mesh over his heart. They said that his heart was full of scar tissue. Can't talk about hearts for long. They make me go funny, like broken bones do. How you doing, Julius? Thank you. Hello, Saskia, love. So they did the operation, and the machine is keeping him alive. Now, what they've said is they're going to leave it on over the weekend. They're going to turn the machine off on Monday. Monday is the next big hurdle. The operation was 50-50. Without the operation, my dad is dead, right? No, it's beyond that, Tone, pacemaker. It's beyond. Oh, okay, Andy. Yeah, a lot of people don't know how to use them. I just ask because you remember. I just wondered if. Hello, Maria. Let me just give you a wrench on this one. How you doing, my love? Right, I'm going to not read chat for a bit, so I'm not being rude, but because I'm getting distracted again, and then I forget where I am. You know what I'm like. Off on a tangent. So without the machine, basically, he had to try for the op, otherwise he's dead, right? So they did the op, and it was they're amazed, right? I know, Yvonne. It's insane, my love. He's 70. My dad is 70. Kathy. Still reading chat, aren't I? Sorry, I get distracted. So this machine is keeping my dad's heart going. Hello, Maltese. Now, without the machine, my dad's heart is working at 10%, right? Now they've plugged the hole with this mesh as best as they can. Do you know, it's fascinating. They couldn't do open heart surgeries. He'll die. They had to go up through his groin the way they put the stent in with this little piece of mesh. I find it fascinating. It makes me go all funny, but it also is insane how they do this. The doctors are fantastic where he is. These are the experts. Some of the staff have been a bit hit and miss, you know, losing things. Hello, Amethyst. How you doing, my darling? Anyway, where was I? So on Monday, they're going to turn the machine off. I know Saskia's horrific. On Monday, they've basically said the operation is a success, as in they've covered it up. They've filled up the hole. Well, they've covered up the hole. They haven't filled the hole, right? They've covered the hole and he's alive. Okay, that is the successful part. I wanted to explain it because I've got a lot of people contact me saying, we're so glad your dad's okay, but he's not. He is and he's not. Okay, so I just wanted to explain it. So the hole is covered and he's alive, but the machine is keeping him alive. Now, when they turn that machine off on Monday, they have David, they really have. When they turn that machine off on Monday, his heart will either work by itself or it won't. It's 50-50 again. Now, they did say to us, if your dad comes through the operation, you'll have another 50-50. But I didn't care at that time because I just wanted him to get through the operation. I wasn't even thinking about this bit now. Hello, Stephen. I wasn't even thinking about this bit because all I kept thinking about was getting through the op. But now we're back to this square one again. Well, we're not and we are. So on Monday, if, like, let's just say his heart doesn't work without the machine. They put the machine back on. Oh, Unity, call him. It used to work. I've got to be careful what I'm saying because trolls will. He used to work in manufacturing. That's what I'm going to say because they are trying to find his name. Hello, North Country girl. I've got to be really careful what I'm doing. The psychopaths on here. So to Monday now, if they turn the machine off, hello Space Cat, and his heart works by itself, hello Bev love, that is amazing. Why do they need to turn the machine off on Monday? What they need to do, Candice love, is they need to see whether this operation worked, if his heart can work by itself. Now, we all know the NHS, they don't like to keep people alive on machines. This is a fact. If his heart doesn't work by itself, hello, Nanny love, they'll have to put the machine back on. Hello, Glenn. Okay, just so we know where we are. They'll have to put the machine back on. If they put the machine back on, that means his heart won't work without the machine. They've repaired his heart as much as they can. They said it was full of scar tissue, which is amazing, actually. You think about it, you know, like it's scarred already. It's insane. I know, Ellen, it's horrific. So I spoke to the hospital again today. Hello, Rach, love. I'm still not right, so I'm not allowed to visit. Children aren't allowed in. He's in a really high risk special recovery ward. I want to tell you something else in a minute, actually, and this made my bloody blood boil. How you doing, Stephen? Thank you. So the doctors are fantastic, the staff not so much. So Monday is the big thing, the big stress, the big worry. If his heart works without the machine on, he's then got a really good chance of getting over this. But he'll never be the same. He'll always have to have crutches or, well, a stick. They need to move him into a specialist bungalow. Hello, Aqua Eyes. Thank you, my love. We've got, it's okay, sweetheart. How are you? We've got through the main bit. I know. Well, they won't let me in. And I'm up here. It's a 5-hour round trip. So I says, right, I'll come down and I'll put mask on, even though I don't wear masks because of my asthma. And they said, because it's such a high risk place, they don't let anybody in unless you've been cleared. You know, they're doing that stupid temperature thing and all sorts of stuff. Yeah, that's it, David. It's an hour by hour situation. That's what I'm trying to say. Hello, Nikki. Yeah, it is, Nikki, darling. It's trying, hello, darling. It's scarred over. They said they couldn't believe all the scarring on there already. So the operation was a success, as in they've done it. Now they're going to turn this machine off on Monday. So I've spoken to the hospital and I've spoken to my dad. I can't believe he rang me up tonight. I couldn't believe it. I weren't going to ring him for a couple of days. I've just been getting updates from the hospital. And he rang me up. I said, Dad, I panicked when I seen his number. I thought, what if something's happened and the nurse is ringing me? Timmy is not a legend. Who's Timmy? You're talking about the slug? Yeah, they can, Cosmic Wartoad. You'd think so, Julius, wouldn't you? No strokes. Thank you, Maltese. Thank you. I know he rang. I couldn't believe it. He only had this 4-hour surgery yesterday, Aqua Eyes. And he rang me up. And I went, no. Yeah, Diane, yeah. Apparently he had a heart attack 4 days before. That was the heart attack. Hello, Sawan. Hello, Agnes. Apparently all he felt was some chest pain. And he carried on. And my sister told him off and said, you need to go to the doctors. I'm fine. That was the heart attack. But he had, hello, Jim. He had 2 of the old, I can't really say it on here, but he had 2 pricks, shall we say. And I begged him not to have any. Thank you, Sassy. Oh, really, Maria? See, you do. And I genuinely believe in the power of prayer. And I genuinely believe that everybody here and all over my other channel as well, praying, was helped. I don't care what anyone says. I haven't heard about anything because I'm just giving an update on my dad. 7 hours, Nikki. When I had my op, it's amazing. So he's come through. They said he's a walking miracle, right? He's a walking miracle. Well, he's not walking. He can't even sit up. He can't sit up. He's been lying down now for 2 weeks. He can't sit up or anything. So Monday's a big day. Now, if his heart works on its own, which is the hope, they can keep off the machine. And he can start to heal. And, you know, yeah, Vicky, definitely. If it doesn't work on its own, he's back on the machine. And we know what that means, folks. The NHS don't keep people on the machine. Yeah, I'm not. My immunity's been all over the place. It wasn't a good time to have the puppy, but we couldn't really not have him when. Hello, Bessie. Thank you. He was something that had been arranged for a long time for Jack as a therapy dog. We'd put off getting him for a couple of weeks. We had to get him. So that hasn't helped because it's like having a newborn. Really, Tommy? Well, do you know something? That's exactly what would have happened to my dad. No, if he's only alive because my sister rang him at this exact time when he was having it. If she hadn't have rang him, and like I've said before, the ambulance didn't turn up. They quoted him 7 hours. Hello, English Buttercup. I don't. I think it's his age. He's 70. It's his age. I think that's just not going to happen. Oh, Diane. So we're going to know more on Monday. Now, this is the praying is they can turn this thing off. Now, I'm hoping they're going to turn it down first. Because when I spoke to them today, they were like, oh, we're just going to turn it off. And I was like, well, what do you mean just going to turn it off? Oh, Diane, I swear to God it works. But yeah, so basically, the type of heart attack my dad had is the one where people are found dead. He's only alive. He died twice. He's only alive because of my sister took him to the hospital. And do you know what I found out as well? That when they resuscitated him at the first hospital my sister drove him to, my sister was on the way to the second hospital in the ambulance where my dad died again. And the first ambulance rang her up and said, we're looking at another 2.5 hours. Did they not get this? He had minutes. He was dead. She drove him to the hospital because they wouldn't come. They quoted 7 hours. 7 hours. She literally got all the neighbours together and picked him up out of the chair. He was blue. And stuck him in my sister's car. It's about 25 minutes. Right? From the hospital. He lives 25 minutes. And, oh, well, thank you, Unity calling. That's lovely. I know, you're right, Tommy. But do you know, the doctors are amazing. But I'm going to say something now that's really, really wound me up. I'm just drinking some more tea. Seven hours. But the time they were going to get there, he'd all died twice. He'd been resuscitated twice. It is Richard. Hello, mate. I begged him not to take them. And you know what? My dad doesn't normally take stuff like that. Because he'd just got over cancer, the consultant told him, the oncologist said, if you don't take it, right, if you get the old plague, your cancer will come back. And terrified him. Thank you, Devon. No lie. I rang him up. I says, don't get it. Don't get it. He got offered it first, like I did, because I'm a carer, and obviously my health as well. I got offered that in the February. And he said, I've got to. The consultant told me. Apparently, the second ambulance has already put a complaint in about the first one that didn't turn up. So he had 2, but then he stopped at 2 because he kept catching it, and he said, it's not working. And then after the second one, his heart was racing and he had to have beta blockers. And he's never, ever, ever had to have beta blockers before. So it was that. Anyway, I'm not going to talk about that because they'll just report it. But listen to this. Honestly, Hawkeye, my sister, all the consultants, the doctors have told him, and the consultant that did the operation and is looking after him is a woman. She's one of the best in the country. She is the expert. Oh no, Riggs, I'm so sorry to hear that. Have they confirmed it's that? Well, you know. I'm sorry. Ambulance service must be really struggling. Of course, Julius. Well, he must know because he didn't take any more after the second one. So he won't admit it. He won't admit that I was right. Of course he won't. This is what's really got to me. So bear in mind, oh darling, 34. Bearing in mind, I'm not allowed to visit my dad. All right. So this stream is an update. It's also telling you how amazing the NHS is, what they've done for my dad. But it's also about how dreadful the NHS is. It's a mixed bag. They've got some of the most amazing doctors in the world, but they also have some of the worst staff. So bearing in mind, I'm not allowed to see him while I'm not very well. All right. I'm not allowed to see him. Yesterday, when I spoke to my dad, before he went down, I speak to him all the time, you know. He told me that he's on a ward. In the last hospital, he had his own room. He's on a ward, considering how bad he is. And the man opposite was taken in with the old plague, right? This man opposite was put in there for having the plague. They said, thank you, Amethyst. I do. I need to. I appreciate that. You guys must be so sick of me by now. So this man, right, bearing in mind, this is a ward of cardiac patients who are very, 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 very ill. Some of them are end of life. They put a man opposite my dad in the ward with the plague, the CV. He was coughing his guts up for 2 days. 2 days. Yeah, Rose. 2 days. My dad said to me yesterday morning, you're not going to believe this. They've put one of them in the ward opposite me. He's coughed his guts up for 2 days. I went, are you kidding me? I said, why aren't you in your own room? And why would they do that? And they said they've put him in isolation today. I went, what? He said, I don't need to move because he's in isolation after 2 days on the ward. And then my dad had a 24-hour window for his operation. He had to have it. The day before, the day after, it wouldn't have worked, because if it would have scarred up any more, they couldn't have done the operation. So he had a temperature. He got it. And he said to me yesterday morning, he went, I've got a fever and a cough, and they're pumping me full of antibiotics and all sorts. So when I spoke to him tonight, he said, my temperature's back. I am absolutely beyond livid. So I can't see him. Apparently Jack can't go in. I said, when I'm coming down next week, I'm going to go mad. I said, I'm going to sue them all for his speech. I said, when I come down next week, I said, Al will wait in the car with the dog, obviously. Me and Jack is 9. He's a very well-behaved boy. Me and Jack will come and see you. Jack wants to see his granddad. My dad said, we're not allowed children. It's a really serious. He says, they won't let him in. I says, what do you mean they won't let him in? He's not a little kid that runs around. He's 9. We're not allowed anyone that's been ill. We're not allowed any children because they carry illnesses. But they've put out a CV patient in the ward for 2 days. And now all of the ward people are coughing their guts up. I would do free speech, but I can't because I don't want the trolls knowing where my dad is. Can you imagine? It would be upsetting for the children. I get that, but that's not the reason. Yeah, we'll do free speech, definitely. But that's not the reason. It's not the reason. Because surely, if it's down to personal, each child's different. Some children would be really upset by seeing the machines. Some children just want to see their parents or the grandparents. It's just a no children ban. So I can't go. My son can't go, but they can put a plague patient opposite him for 2 days. Exactly, Julie. Sorry for having a little moan, guys. It's really frustrating not being well. So, hello, Mima. Mima, that's what I said. This is what I don't get. I don't get it. No, they won't. Don't think they've got any. It's ridiculous. Listen to this, right? Last night, I feel bad now for moaning about the NHS. They've just saved my dad's life. The doctors saved his life. The staff are a joke. Well, the thing is, though, having someone with the plague, yeah, but he didn't have a temperature until the second day. He said, "Why? They said, oh, you've got a temperature and a cough." No, it's not good for me. No, but who cares about me? I don't care about me. You guys have no idea the help you give me. You honestly, you guys, all the praying, the support, the kindness, you have no idea. Hello, Derek. Pink, Orange Park, Florida. Hello. Look at you, eh? It's bad, isn't it? It's really bad. So that's when they said, oh, you've probably caught the plague, I can't say the word, off him over there. Because he's and then they went, don't worry, we're moving him today into isolation. Hello, Rach. They're moving him into isolation. Right, listen to this. So my niece, last night, about 9 o'clock, he didn't come out of surgery till 8 o'clock last night. I know people were messaging me yesterday, how it's going. I couldn't answer them because I didn't know. Hello, Sandra again, love. I didn't know. He was in surgery for over 4 hours. Oh, Amethyst, that's really kind. Thank you. I was put in a storeroom when I was in labour. I don't want to talk about my labour because I don't know how I'm alive. They don't know how I'm alive. I've nearly died twice in my life. Listen to this, right? So my niece, at 9 o'clock last night, once she knew my dad was alive from the operation, she went down. I rang her up. She's in her 20s now. She's not like, she's in her 20s. My sister, whose mum was with my dad. I said, she was at the hospital, and I rang her up. I says, can you tell what's going on? And she went, the signal's bad. I'll come down and I'll have a fag, which is a cigarette. To people who don't know what fag means. Hello, Jane, my love. So she goes down the stairs. She was updating me on my dad, right? She said, he's shaking, but he's alive. Thank you, Maltese. Appreciate that, my friend. I'm sorry to hear that, Devon. How you doing, Jane, love? Hello, Paul. Cheer up, Pen. Are you shitting me? So this is the sort of comments that make me just want to turn this off and just think, what's the fucking point? I had the hipster starting to feel better today. Yeah, it is good to talk. So she goes downstairs. Is our Jane here as well? We got different Janes. I'm getting confused now. I can't see Jane. I can see Jane. Oh, there's too many Janes. We've got Jane, our Jane F. I call you Jane F. Can't see the other Jane. Spelt with a Y. You here, love? I'm not very well. I've got the flu or something. So, okay. So my niece goes outside and she rang me up. And I heard her say to somebody, I don't know. She's probably, it's the time difference, isn't it? So she stood there and I heard her say, I don't think Finola's here now. You're obsessed with Finola. I heard my niece say, it's my last one, right? She is the best mod. I heard my niece say, talking to somebody. I heard blokes, like lads talking. She stood outside the hospital, outside, you know, in the smoking area. Thank you, Agnes, love. Hello, Blackjack. I heard her say, it's my last one, and I thought somebody had asked her for one of her fags, you know, a smoke, a cigarette, whatever you want to call it. We call it fags in this country. I know that's not a very nice word in some places, but that's what we call it. Why, Maria, really? So I heard her say, it's my last one, and I've only got one. So I said to her, I was on the phone to her, and I said, is somebody asking you for a fag, right? Get back upstairs now. Oh, thank you, Jane. Jane F is the Jane that's here. Our Jane F. I get mixed up with all the J. I'm so glad you put JF at the end. I love your little dog. Oh, I can't work out what he is. He's not a pom, is he? The little fluff thing. I love these little toy dogs. I'm obsessed. So I heard her say, I've only got one. My last one. And I was going to her. What's going on? What's going on? You know. Anyway, she was there for about another 2 minutes. I could hear this talking. And then she went, don't worry, Auntie, I'm going back in now. Right? And I was like, oh, Chihuahua, he's got a long hair. She went, don't worry, Auntie, I'm going back in now. So, oh, thank you, Yvonne. So, yeah, I get that, Yvonne, yeah. Ah, thank you, Blackjack. So she goes inside and I said, what were they asking you for? Hello, God bless you, Kate. I said, what was they asking you for? A fag? She went, no. She went, you wouldn't believe this. Stood outside the hospital. The security guards did nothing. They were skinning up spliffs. And they asked her for a lighter, right? And then when she gave it to them, they went, can we keep it? I couldn't believe it. A load of hoodies outside the hospital. People ask me why I left Birmingham. She said they were smoke. They were doing. She said I was terrified because my sister said to her, "Don't go down there on your own. Wait for me." She went, "I'll be fine. I'll be fine." And they were skinning up using her lighter to do their weed stuff. And then they went, "Can we keep it?" How rude! So they had her lighter in her hand and went, "Can we keep it?" So she went, it's my last one. It's my only one. I thought they were asking her for a fag. When I heard her say it's my only one, that's what I presumed. So then they took ages to give it her back. So they were like, you know, taking their time with it, just doing all the weed. And then they did they set the spliffs up and then they finally gave it her back. It was pitch black. It was 9 o'clock at night. And the security guards were just stood over the other side, just doing nothing, laughing or whatever, just chatting. I felt so sorry for her. And then the door wouldn't work and she couldn't get back in. And I was in a right panic. I was like, oh my God, I kept thinking, what if someone attacks her? It's terrible. Birmingham's terrible. And where this hospital is used to be quite nice around there as well. Oh, God. So there you go. This is what we're living in now. I just can't. This isn't even your run-of-the-mill hospital. This is one of the big biggest, you know, one of the main big hospitals. I can't explain it, but it's a big hospital. So I thought, well, the security should be doing something. Though, to be fair, when I rang them up this morning for an update, they finally didn't lose my dad and lose the phone and lose his nurse. At least they knew who he was, which was good. That's good. Exactly, David. It's wrong, isn't it? You've got a female on her own. I know. Oh, the plague is the old COVID. It's terrible, free speech. Yes. Hello, Steve. Hello, North Country Girl, sorry. So there we are, really. Sorry for this little bit of a moany woan. Negative Nelly. Got 3 rescue chihuahuas. Chihuahua. And they have bursts of energy, then they sleep the rest of the time. Ah, you got 3. Who's won? I'm confused now. Whose marbles were? So I'm going to be going down again. We're planning on Monday, if I'm well enough, or Wednesday. Hello, JJ. How you feeling, my love? Hello, Nanny. JJ's been having cancer treatment, folks. And Vicky, how are you feeling after your operation? Oh, well, thank you, Sassy. I've been really bloody non-social lately. I've not been messaging people, and I'm really sorry about that. Oh, really, Jane? Where are you, hon? How's Brooklyn, Bev? I was okay, but I'm struggling. Oh, no. Penny, go to bed. I mean, I'm in bed. I've been in bed. I'm on and off bed. It doesn't help with the dog, though, because he's really right. His sleep pattern. Hello, Chartel, love. His sleep pattern. Thank you, Sandra. Is it was great. And then, you know, Jack has his sleep pattern go out. Jack's sleep pattern's gone out, hasn't it? So it's confused the dog. So now the dog is up till midnight and then he's all confused and overtired. He won at football. Brilliant, Bev. That's brilliant. Tell him well done. Congratulations. He's so good at football. An evil witch of a landlady. There were no jobs when the plague first struck. Do you know what? I tried what? I can't stand what I used to like the jungle. I keep catching the odd bit. Thank you, David. So I just want to say thank you to everyone who's been supporting me, praying, helping with the fuel costs as well. That's been, I can't, hello, Jane, love. I'm going to come off now. I thought you were here because I said hello to the other Jane. Everyone was going hello, Jane. I was getting all confused. Yeah, so I'm having a puppy is like having a newborn, as many of you will be aware. So, but I've just been ordering him like a little, because it's so cold outside. And Japanese chins, I don't know if anyone's aware, but they don't have an undercoat. Quick one. Did you know Prince Harry's psychic was no, didn't she die? Did she die? Catching up. Oh, okay, Nanny love. Candle lighting is good. Thank you. Everyone's support has been amazing. And without you guys, I couldn't have even gone and seen him because it's costing like £100. It's ridiculous. So the prayers, I think, have got him through. The support for me. And I've been a really shit person. You're right, Jane. Yeah, it's too much, Jane, isn't it? Going to make porridge now before my cheap electric tariff ends. Oh, I love porridge. I might have some porridge, actually. Take care, Julius. Enjoy your porridge. Thank you, Saskia. Thank you, Chartel. Well, Chartel, I swear to God, right, I didn't think he was going to pull through yesterday's operation. Monday's the next big one. If his heart works on without that machine on, is she? Why do I feel like she's dead? Or is that? Oh, I'm thinking of somebody else. I think it really does. And if you think about it, if you look on my other channel, my bigger channel, that all the people that were praying, there was a lot of people. Thank you, Shaz. It's worked. It's worked. And even if you're not religious, just thinking, you know, like wanting. We all have our own. Like some people don't pray, but we can all ask. Hello, Samantha. Good night, Julius. Yeah, anybody else watching Nigel in the jungle? Hello, Boogie Bags. They really are, Jane. They really are. Also, a massive thank you again to Sandra for gifting those memberships and for Jane for gifting them the other day. That's amazing. You're right, Space Cat. I pray before sleep. Penny, one sec. Got something to show you and we'll change. Oh, okay, darling. Hello, Gary. Thank you. Is that you, Ruth? I know you used to use... Is that you, Ruth? So has anyone got any questions or anything? I think I've explained everything now. So Monday, I might stream tomorrow. I've got a video to make. It's about intention. Yeah, I agree. Hello, Ruth, love. How you doing, sweetheart? I agree with that. Free speech. So the thing is, right, when the night it all happened, I spoke to my sister and she said to me, I'm just feeling a bit rotten, Bev. I've still got this plague thing, I don't know, flu, whatever. My immune system's really shit. Thank you, Sawan, it really is. The night that it happened, my sister said to me, the fact that she found him and saved, oh my God, yes, and saved his life, the fact that that happened means that he wasn't meant to go. It wasn't his time. Oh my God, I can't. What is it? Is it a dog? It's too small. It's just too small. I can't see it. Is it a butterfly on the wall? Honestly, I can't see what it is. Does anybody else see that? Hello, Cynthia Cliff. I only seen your message the other day. Thank you, Yvonne. Yeah, not his time. That's what I'm. What is it? Because on my laptop, it's so small. So the thing is, why, if it was my dad's time and God was ready for my dad, why would he send my sister to go and save his life? It's angel wings, a cross and a Buddha. Oh my God, I'm going to have to screenshot it. And is that what you pray to every night? That's amazing. I'm going to have to screenshot it and zoom in, aren't I? Katie Price's mum is 71 and just had heart transplant. Oh, but she's probably doing it private. Kathy, honestly, Diane, I don't know. As far as I'm aware, that hasn't even been an option. Oh, Chartel. But I can imagine that it's something that if you had all the money in the world, do you know what I mean? But are the NHS going to do that for a 70-year-old or 71-year-old? I'm not sure they will. That's all they've been saying to him. The age is against you. But to be fair, like, every situation's different, but I don't think my dad wouldn't even survive that. They can't even go in via his chest. They said they have to go via his leg. Everything has been done from his leg. I go funny just thinking about it, veins and stuff. I've got a really bad phobia. It's as bad as my broken bone one. So I'm gonna try and have something to eat, and then I'm gonna Try and have something to eat. And take Momo out. Just a quick question while everyone's here, right? Has anyone... Thank you, Carol, my love. Just a quick question. Thank you, Bellas. Anyone who's got a puppy or has had a puppy? I'm not keen on him, Richard. I'm not keen on him. He was pushing the old prick at the beginning, and I'm not keen on him at all. If anyone's ever had a puppy or has got a puppy, now the Japanese chin don't have an undercoat. They're not like normal dogs. They don't have an undercoat. They just have hair. The moment he hasn't got, obviously, he's got his baby coat. When he's older, his coat will be long, flowing silk. Be similar to Ninny's, but not as longer than Ninny's. At the moment, he's just got the fuzz. Now, he doesn't have an undercoat, and they don't have them. Apparently, Japanese chins don't have, so they have to wear clothes because they die of hypothermia. Anyway, he's only a pup. He's only, 3 months old. So I'm putting him out for the toilet. And when he first started, obviously he was reluctant at first. And then he started going really well. And then the last few days, it's been really cold. And he's been, like taking ages to go to the toilet. It is English Buttercup, yeah. But not this one. The one he's had. What I'm saying is that the stents and everything, they go through the artery, but this one was, they said they're going to try and do it via the leg, but which they've never done before. If it doesn't work, they're going to have to cut him open, but if they cut him open, he probably isn't going to survive. He's got a little jumper, and I've ordered him a coat, a little gilet. I got it in the Black Friday sale, a little Top 24 gilet, but it's his little feetsies. So, and it is so cold. Yeah, they do, Bev. So what I've done is, I don't know if this is going to work, but he's never had an accident. He's had one accident since I've had him. I don't know. Have I got your number? Where did you give it me? Was it on WhatsApp or something? No. Where did you message me? Was it Telegram? So what I was thinking, which is what I've done, I've ordered like a silicone mat, like a feeding mat that's 60 by 40 with like a little lip on. And I've ordered some puppy pads that have got the smelling. Oh, okay. Am I on your Facebook? Puppy pads that have got the smelling. Yeah, the attractant. Because I buy the ones that don't have the attractant in for the rabbits because they have them in the litter trays. And what I was thinking of doing was putting it by the door where he usually goes for a wee in the porch and letting him go there. Oh, was it? Yeah, it was. Letting him go there. Do you think that'll work? So if I put him on a puppy pad and say, go wee wee by the door where he usually goes outside, it'll be a bit colder in the porch. No, it's not, but when I get some money, I'm going to treat him. What do you reckon? That's a good idea, Bev? So if I put him by the door, so a puppy pad, but on like a little mat underneath, and say, go wee wee, go poo poo. And then if he can go on the mat, then I can just fold the mat up and throw it away and not have to. I don't want to leave a litter thing in the house with a dog. And then what I was thinking is that when it's a bit warmer, or even in the daytime in the winter when the sun's out, because it's by the front door, you've seen my front door, it's, that little porch bit there, is open the door and put the mat on the floor outside the door and then say, I know that's the thing, Nanny. I trained him instantly. He trained in one night. I trained the dog in one night to go outside. He's never pooped in the house, and he's had one wee, and that was because someone, not mentioning their names, forgot to let him out. He will, but trying to get his boots on all the time. Penny, I've seen them aqua eyes, but then you have to put them in the washing machine, don't you? It's a nightmare having to keep putting him in the machine. He's a really clever little boy, Bev. He knew his name. He knew his name in 1 hour. I was like, Gizmo, Gizmo. No, he just knows. I call him Momo. He's a really clever little thing. Get paper car mats. Well, I usually use human bed mats. They're so much cheaper than puppy pads, but they've got an attractant in. You can get rubber boots. I know what you mean, Nanny. This is why I wanted your advice. So, newspaper will do. He's a very clever little boy. He's lovely. It's a lovely dog. As soon as he sees one of us, tail's going got crazy. And I go, Momo, Momo, and he's there kissing me. But you know, he doesn't want to be left. He cries. So I have to sit with him for hours. Then I have to shut the door and he cries. So I open the door, give him a little stroke. I've got too much washing to do to worry about that. Honestly, I've got all the washing of 3 of us. Then I've got the vet beds to wash, the blankets to wash. I'm not going to be washing AstroTurf as well. Yeah, Yvonne agrees with Nanny. I've ordered it now. Bloody hell. But the thing is, though, Yvonne, my idea, hello, Tyrone, my idea, they don't like the boots, no. And the thing is, right, it's absolutely freezing, right? It's freezing cold. I know, Synth. He was actually, when he's awake after midnight, he goes nuts. I know, but he's tiny and he hasn't got an undercoat. Right, okay. You can get booties. Oh, last night, guys, it was 5 a.m. All the hedgehogs are in the garden. Al literally nearly trod on one last night. He was walking back in and they're running around the garden. You should see them all. I thought they'd all gone to sleep. I thought we only had one. We're having to put 2 bowls of food out of a night time for these hedgehogs. No lie. Right? I went out there. Little Sonic, the little baby one, was running around the garden last night having a little play. And the mom, Amy, was running through the bloody, where all the food's overgrown, where the bird feeders are. She's created a little path, like a little maze. The hedgehogs are playing in my garden at 5 o'clock this morning. All I've done every night, Yvonne, is freeze my sits off. I don't use newspapers. I use... Right. I've got to be really careful. By the way, Dandelion thinks that the dog is Ninny and she has gone for the dog. She didn't get him, but she will have him. And Oscar, because of what Ninny-Wig's done to Oscar, the way Ninny-Wig's been bullying Oscar. Hello, Angela, love. The way Ninny-Wig's been bullying Oscar. Well, now, Oscar, who never used to be like this, every time the dog goes near Oscar to play, he grunts and growls at him. So the dog's confused because he wants to play. He doesn't want to hurt Oscar. He doesn't want to hurt anyone. Everything's a game. And now Oscar keeps boxing him and going, ugh. Right, hang on a minute. My Binky was the same, very small, crystal. Training her by pads on the door, simple steps, repeat the learn. I think, Saskia, I think, I know a lot of people are disagreeing with me. I've been out there with the flu all the time. Once you come in a few times, Justine, once you've been into a few streams, you'll get one. Evening, Penny, love to hear. Oh my God, the hedgehogs, yeah, the hedgehogs, they're doing great, guys. They're having a party in my garden every night because I got the money together for the cameras. I forgot to buy them. I need to buy them. I've got the money sat in my PayPal. Nikki sent the last bit. Thank you, Nikki, love. She really helped. But because of all that with my dad, I've not bought the cameras. It's been the last thing on my mind. Yeah, Ninny-Wig has caused all of this. Ninny-Wig has caused so much chaos, right? Now everyone is attacking the dog, thinking Jane's dog worked. But the thing is, Jane is never used them. They adapt to each other. When I've introduced a pup, it's because they're different bloody species, though, isn't it? I didn't have to train him. Aqua didn't have to train him at all. The night I got him, put him outside, I went, Gizmo, wee wee. And he looked at me and he had a wee. And I went, good boy, Momo, good boy, wee wee. And then I took him in and I gave him a treat and I bigged him up. And then a few hours later, I was like, should we go for wee wee before bed? We got bed now. And he went outside and he went. David, I don't know, but they're running around my garden. They love it. I think it's because they've got a warm house with hay. They're getting fed every night. Yeah. And the hedgehogs, they go into hibernation when they've not got enough food. They'll fatten up and fatten up and fatten up. Because they're getting a supply of food and they've got somewhere to sleep, it's like they don't need it. They don't need to. Apparently sometimes they cannot hibernate till mid-December. But yeah. The hedgehogs hibernate because the food becomes really scarce and they're cold. But I don't think they went, Nikki. I think they were in a mood because I bought the wrong food. Honestly, I put a different brand down and they disappeared. Now they're back. Have you tried the leave it technique? Oh, he tries to eat rabbit poos and he eats rabbit nuggets. He runs off with them. He'll come in and he'll take a rabbit nugget and he'll leg it, and then he'll the little rabbit hay poos, the little balls of hay. He runs off with them and eats them. I've had to tell him off. Well, not tell him off, but say, no, Momo, don't eat that, silly Momo. That's how I speak to him. Yeah, he's lovely. I miss him. I'm going to go and see. I've got a camera on him as well. So if I only put him in his crate over night time. He's got a really big crate. He lives under Jack's bed. Hello, Amy. How you doing, my love? Let me just give you a wrench. I wasn't subbed to you with this channel. It comes subbed with my other channel. But yeah, Justine, I've given you a wrench now. Everyone's got a wrench now. So I'm not that when I speak to my cat. You have to. My dog liked eating. Yeah. It's freezing. It's cold. Thing is though, because it's so cold, he's getting anxious because he can't. This is the problem. He's all cold and he can't relax. And then at like 6 a.m. when people are getting up to go to work, he then sorry, Kathy, here you go. Then he has to watch everyone, right? He literally, I know they are posh, Nikki. Then he has to watch everyone get up for work. He has to watch everyone get in the cars. He has to, and then when the kids start coming out, he starts watching all the kids, and it distracts him. I'm like, Gizmo, you're here to have a poo-poo. You're here to have a poo-poo. And then the hedgehogs distract. Dogs hate bitter apple. How stop my dog chewing everything? He's got loads of toys. I'm going to order him some more now. Actually, I do need to get him some more. Oh, Amethyst, thank you. Yeah, he's very excited. I'll definitely do some more videos. So it's 50-50 then on this literature. I've just ordered it now as well, and I can't really afford it, but I did it because I thought he's going to die outside. I have ordered him a little coat. He poos in one of two places. I've been trying to get him to go, in Ninnyweek's pen, because it'd be one place, but he poos behind the pen, between the pen and the bush. The other option is, with the toilet situation, the other option would be if, out the back, Al's covered it all up in like, he's put tarpaulin up and he's got a little heater and he sits outside with the rabbits, the Rupert and Safi. And what we could do is put that mat thing on the thing out the back on the actual yard. Do you know what I mean? What do you reckon? It's heated outside. It's outside still. Oh, thank you, Jane. Hello, Paul. How you doing? Oh, thank you, Jane, my love. That's really kind. Have a look on the tab. You'll find lots on there. What's this? Oh, thank you, darling. Hello, Skip. How you doing? Is that a better idea? No, he doesn't yap. They don't really bark. -2 there, Skip says. No, he doesn't. They don't bark. Hello, lovely jubbly. I've got to have to call you that because I get confused by your name changes. I go by your avatar. Oh, it's all right, Jane, love. So, should I do that then? So, I've bought this thing. Oh, is the jungle on? I keep trying to watch it, but then I get distracted. Right, so I put the puppy pad on the mat. And instead of putting it by the front door, I've been taking him out the front. So I put it out the back on the yard under the cover and then move the bunnies because they're going to watch him and he won't go. And then should I try that one? Do I put a little bit of his, do I find some of his wee out the grass and put it on the pad? He's lovely, Bella. He really is. What's your channel? Belly what? Bella's Boogie Bags. Oh, what do you make, darling? Have you got a shop or something? I need to do something, don't I? All right, then I'm going to go now. I need to go and have a shower and then have something to eat because I've not eaten. Decide where you want him to go. Well, he's been out the front, you see, Nanny. But Al's took him out the back a couple of times and he has been. They will use pad without putting their wheel poo on it. Lost our cat a week ago. Oh, no. I'm so sorry, Bella. No, they're on this one, Jane. They said we can't have them back on that other one till next year now because I did the Russell Brand content. So they've put it on this one. So I've been on here for a while. Keep going outside. Oh. What about if I put the puppy pad outside where he goes and see if he'll go on the puppy pad outside? And then if it's really cold, right? Thank you, Jane, my love. Yeah, I did try and get anyone who paid anything on the last one before it got taken off. I was fighting them to get refunds. That's what I'm thinking, Saskia. So I put the puppy pad on the little mat where he goes outside, in the garden. I think it might have sticky on it. And then sit him on that. And then when he goes, then if it's too cold, he'll know. Yeah, I have, hubby. Have you not seen it? Him? Have you not seen my videos and stuff? If you're not sub to Jack's channel, would you please sub to Jack's channel? If you're into like the dog and stuff, you don't have to. But hello, Pizza Demon. Let me just please like the stream, guys, or dislike. Let me just get Jack's channel. Give me one sec. Jack, I've just put a video out on Jack's channel. With the dog. Okay, here you go. Oh, he's not got a wrench. Hold on. Sake. Just give me a minute. Thanks to the new subscribers as well. Jack's comments not showing up. No, it's not. Oh, thank you, free speech. There you go. Thank you. He'll be fine going out. You think so, Nanny? But what about he hasn't got an undercoat, though. Anyway, thank you for this chat. Oh, really, Jane? He just goes outside. Try the outside wind. Yeah, Dave. It's just so cold. It's so cold, and he doesn't have an undercoat. So I'm going to, when his coat comes, thank you, Kathy. You don't have to, but if he'd be putting more dog stuff on there, you see. I manage it. It's all me. He doesn't, obviously, he's too little to have his own channel, but I put his stuff on there. I've ordered one. I've ordered a little coat for him. Dogs soon start going to the door. Hello, Craig. Thank you for being here. Let me just give you a wrench. Remember Craig, guys? He hasn't been around for a while. Craig has had cancer. He's got really bad Crohn's disease, and he's fighting really, really hard. I've got him a little jumper. Oh, thank you, Bella. He's got a little jumper that he doesn't like it. I've ordered him a little Christmas jumper as well. Thank you, lovely Jubbly. How you doing, Craig? Speaking of potty training, says Carol. Have to go. My dog is... this is what I want. I want him to have set times for a wee, like a wee before bed, a wee in the morning, a poo after his dinner. That would be good. But right now, we're having to guess when he needs to go. So we'll be out there for half an hour while he investigates the hedgehogs and the bloody, watches kids go to school, and it's just a problem. But I've literally put in, I'm on call for him 24/7, like I'm on call for Jack 24/7. I'm a walking zombie. I feel like death. I'm not very well. And it's not doing me very good being stood outside, freezing my tits off when you're ill. But, me and Craig have reconnected on WhatsApp, which is good. Yeah, Chilly, a routine. He'll be fine, says Nikki. Well, I do open the door if he wants to come back in and say, right, come on then, in you go. But I'll tell you something now, the dog is much easier than the rabbits. Oscar doesn't sleep through the night. Oscar's up all night. He'll be there at 4 o'clock this morning throwing his toys around, and he wakes the dog up. He's doing me head in. Honestly, that rabbit is 2 and is nearly 2.5, and he still acts like a toddler. It is, Yvonne. I'm not joking. Oscar is like having a toddler. He doesn't sleep when everybody else sleeps. He sleeps when he feels like it. So if he decides that he wants to play at 5 o'clock in the morning, or if he decides that his food bowl is looking a bit empty, it's not as full as what he'd like it, he will wake us all up. He'll wake the whole house up. He'll pick up his toys, his boxes, he'll lob it around the room. He'll wake the dog up so the dog needs a wee. He's so naughty. And then he's decided now to start not using the litter tray. So he's been putting puppy pads down because he's refusing to use the litter tray. He's always been like it, Angela. He's just so grumpy. That rabbit is so grumpy. Yes. And Gizmo boxed him because he's like a cat. He pats everything with his paws, and Oscar's seen it as a war. So now Oscar growls at him. It's a nightmare. Absolute nightmare. Urban rabbits are usually more active from the evening. All rabbits are. They're crepuscular. But they follow your routine. They're crepuscular, so they wake up about 6, 7 o'clock. Not Oscar. It's just a bloody nightmare, but I love him to bits. I love that rabbit so much. He's my big teddy bear, but he's so grumpy. So grumpy. Can't cuddle him. Why don't you cuddle him? He lets you scratch his back. Anyway, I better go. I've been on for over an hour, but I just wanted to let everyone know what's going on with my dad. And he's like Fitzmaldry, but he's been like it from the day we got him, David, when he was only a few months old. So I'm going to go now. My voice is going now. Look. Yeah, we had staffies when I was growing up. I love staffies. They're my favourite. June Summer was in prison. I know. But Oscar doesn't learn. Oscar does not learn. And you, free speech, my love. Take care, Vicky. I did do an update at the beginning. My dad has come through that operation, and I wanted to update people because people think that and rightly so, people think that he's got through it now. And I wanted just to let you all know that that was only part of it, but I wasn't focusing on that because I was focusing on the operation. But now he's got to get through Monday when they turn the machine off that's keeping his heart going. And if his heart doesn't work on its own, then they're not going to keep him on the machine. They'll put the machine back on, but they won't keep it on forever. So we have to pray now. Pray that my dad's heart can work. My voice is going, see, because I'm not very well. We have to pray that my dad's heart can work on its own. If it does, then God, we can even start thinking about him coming out of hospital at some point. So, but thank you again to everybody. Thank you so much. Oscar's always been like it. I've never known giant rabbits like this, Richard. Giant rabbits are usually really, really lazy. Thank you, Craig. They're really lazy. They usually they don't be bothered to play. But the thing is, half the time he's just lying there, rolled around the floor on his back with his legs up. Hello, Mara. Bloody thing, buddy. I love him to bits. I think it's probably my fault for spoiling him a little bit. The first year of his life, I stayed up all night with him. All night, every night with him. Without fail. Stayed up with him. Because he just wouldn't let me go to sleep. Thank you, Mara. Thank you. Thank you, lovely jubbly. He's got to get through Monday. Monday, if he can, they turn that machine off and they unplug his heart. They unplug the machine from his heart and he doesn't die. But it's 50-50. They've only done the operation 4 times. I was saying this, I don't know if you heard this earlier, but they've done the operation 4 times. 2 people died on the operating table. 1 person survived the operation but died when they turned the machine off. 1 person has made it through the operation and turned the machine off. My dad said, out of all the types of heart attacks I could have had, I had the rarest and the worstest. Is that a word? Worst. Can you believe that? It's unbelievable. Thank you, Justine. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know what he's on, Angela. I know he's been pumped full of antibiotics. All sorts of stuff, my love. Put an old sweater. I can't because he'll chew it and he'll pull the threads out and he could choke on the cotton. But do you know what? I know what I wanted to ask you again. Sorry, before I go, puppy owners or dog owners, separation anxiety. He doesn't like being left. And at the end of the day, he sleeps. No, they haven't, Myra. Honestly, darling, what my dad has had done is really, really rare. Honestly, his heart exploded and he's got a hole in it. Usually when you have a heart attack, you have to have stents put in, which he's had that done. They put stents in to open up the flow. They give you blood thinners. You might have to have a pacemaker. It's nothing like that. He's got a hole in it. And they had to put a mesh over it. And it's really, yeah, really, really, really. He had to move hospital 3 times. He's strong as an ox. Before you go, guys, a quick question for puppy owners. Nanny seems to be an expert, but I know there's others that are probably really good experts. I know that Nikki's got Spud. I love Spud. Right. As long as you don't take him out. Yeah, what I've started doing, Nanny, I might do a stream actually tomorrow on dogs and advice. What I've done now, Angela, when I got his blankie, I rubbed it all over Jack. I put it all over Jack. I rubbed it in Jack's bed. So he smells of Jack. Thing is, he gets anxious. So what I started doing is when I shut the door now and he gets anxious, I sit there and I just ignore him, but I sit there and totally ignore him. And this morning, eventually, he put himself to sleep. But what I wanted to ask you, He sleeps in Jack's room, Saskia. He sleeps under Jack's bed. Jack's on a mid-sleeper. His crate is under Jack's bed. So, like, Dog's on the bottom bunk, Jack's on the top bunk. So he's not on his own, but he wants his mummy. He wants to be able to see someone. So I wanted a quick question for puppy owners and dog owners. I've seen these things you can get, right? Let me just show you quickly before we go. Hang on. Puppy. God, I need a way. Hang on. We should do a stream really on this, because I've not had dogs since I was a kid. But at the end of the day, it's not rocket science. It's common sense, and like they said to me, it's what you put in. What you put in is what you'll get out. Let me just show you this. I want to know if it's worth me getting one of these. I can't really afford it at the moment though, because I'm skint from having to get his all his other stuff. But has anyone ever used one of these snuggle puppies? And what they do, they have like a heartbeat in them. You can put some of them in the microwave and warm them up, but they have a heartbeat, and the heart can beat for up to 8 hours, right? And they've got like a little Velcro. Oh, you don't have to microwave this one, but you put the heart in, you press the button, and it goes, and then you can get different shapes and different. I just wondered if anybody else has ever used one with any success. So it's for like separation anxiety. So he can cuddle it and he can feel the heartbeat, because he's very loving and he loves his family, and he's always wanting love. And if he can feel that heartbeat, it might help him. They took him away from his mum at 6 weeks because she had enough of him. But the breeder's an expert. He's probably the best breeder in the UK. I've never come across anything like him before. Yeah, we had one of them, a Ewan. Yeah, Jack had a Ewan. They're really good. They're like them Ewans. They were invented in America in the 90s, 97. So it's like a heartbeat, and you can get different shapes. You can get different dog. You can get a sheep version, a dog version, a rabbit version. Yeah, look, tan tiger kitty. These don't. You can even get like heart shaped, not heart, paw shapes, and you can put a heat pack in them and all sorts of stuff. So I was going to get one of these, and I just wondered. So I think he's got a teddy, but he doesn't really play with it. Spud had one, did he? I think this is what might help him of a night time. He's a Japanese chin. I just want him to be able to relax of a night time, because he gets really anxious. But literally, I'm doing everything I can without trying to spoil him. I'll show you what he's going to look like when he's bigger. They're very rare dogs, extremely rare dogs. You don't see many of them. A lot of them are like crossbred now. They're crossbreeding them with chihuahuas. They're calling them a chinwa or something. I don't agree with all this. I know that all dogs are crossbred from something, but I think when you've got an established breed, they should just leave it alone. Do you know what I mean? Just trying to find a picture for you. Hold on. his mum and dad DNA tested, all the tested for all the eye problems that they can get, PRI tested, DNA tested, everything. There they are there. I don't know if you can see that, but they're originally come from the Tibetan Spaniel. And their chin means cat in Japanese. They're like cats. They wash with their front paws. They don't bark. They sing sometimes. They sing. The one of their most, yeah, they lick their paws and wash their face like a rabbit. One of the biggest cons is they don't listen. If something's interesting, something's more interesting than what you're telling them to do, then they don't want to know. If something's really interesting, you'll be like, I'm not listening, can't hear you. Just had a big teddy and a fleece blanket. Yeah, I've got 2 blankets. Stunning, aren't they? 2 blankets, a dog bed. So anyway, I'm going to go, but I just wanted your advices, really. It was an hour and a half later. It was just a catch up. He doesn't know, Bev. He hasn't got that sassiness to him at all. Oh, David. I'll put that. Shall I put that towards his teddy bear, his sleep thing? That's really kind. Thank you. I have a Whipplington. I don't know what they are. I need to look into that. They are beautiful. He's only a baby. He's only a pup. They have plugins. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you, Paula, as well, for helping out with the petrol last week. I'm going to go and see him now and have a big cuddle. Miss him. I've just had a big Rupert bear. Rupert's given me a big love. I had Rupert in the bedroom. He cuddling me. He's such that rabbit, man. He's my baby. Right, okay, I'm going to go. So it's been an update about my dad. It's been an update about the dog. It's just been an update stream and just to say hello to everybody. It's in Jack's room, though. Hello, YouTube streamer news. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. I don't get notifications on Discord. I have to just remember to check it, by the way. Good night, everyone. Thank you again for doing that, David. Thank you. It's really kind of you. I'm going to save up for one of them teddy bear things, one of those things, the heartbeat. Right, I might see you tomorrow night. I might do a stream. I want to discuss second part of that, talking about the Nicola Bulley report. I want to do a part 2 on that. And I also want to do one on I want to do a video on Hugh Edwards, or I might do a live stream. They won't release the report. So, and then next week, thank you, Nanny. I want to do, is it Mara's birthday? Oh my God, Mara, why didn't you say anything? Oh, happy birthday, my lovely. Can't Santi say there were smells in the garden, but I want to go in the garden. Missed something. Oh, happy birthday, my love. I didn't know. I would have got Niniwig to sing to you, but I need a wee now, really bad. I've drank too much tea. Oh. Oh. It's a bit embarrassing, isn't it, telling people? Because it's like people will think, oh, she wants to. Oh. Oh, Dave. Oh, David, thank you. That's so kind. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you, everyone. Memberships, Mazzy joined the membership. And oh, that adaptil. There's another question I need to ask as well, but I'm just going to put it in a video now because there's too many things. I'm 1 year off the really big one. Oh, God, there's so many big ones. I thought 30 was the really big one, then 40. Okay, guys, I love you lots. I think you might be the same age as Al. I think that's what I'm thinking. No, I don't want to. Go and ask. I need a wee really bad. It's just really quickly. The front, what's it called? They gave him a spot on, and it does everything. It does worms, ticks, fleas, everything. It was called what was it called? Something guard, front guard. I can't remember. It was a spot on. I don't know. I'll have to find out, Nanny. But it's been acting a bit weird since, and I googled it. No, it's not Frontline. It's a spot on that does everything. Really strange. It does usually spot ons do worms and spot ons will do worms and ticks, and then you'll have a wormer. Sorry, fleas and ticks, and then your wormer will do stronghold. That's it. Strong. Thank you. Stronghold. No, not advantage. It does everything. And when I googled it, it said there's a lot of people are saying it's killed a lot of animals and it's just too full of chemicals. Yeah, the vets did it. I put him in the puppy club at the vets. It's a spot on, but it does everything. Like worms. I don't know how a spot on can do worms, but it does. Yeah, that's what they did, Bev. They gave it at the vets. I just wondered if anybody else has ever used it. Stronghold, yeah. And I've been told not, according to the internet, a lot of people are saying don't use it, especially on, it's a puppy one. It's from the vets. They weighed him and that. I've had him microchipped and I've had his first vaccine. I've been told to use Drontal or something. It's fine, says Nanny. Right, okay. I just got a bit worried because he was a bit weird after. But he'd had his vaccine as well, so. Yeah, it comes from the vets, yeah. This does everything, English Buttercup. It does everything. Lungworm, all the worms, fleas, ticks, mites. In a spot on, not even an injection or a tablet. It's nuts. Okay. Yeah, look into it. What's it called again? Forgot already. Someone just said it in the chat. What was it called again? Ah, Bella. Front guard, is it, or something? I forgot already. See, look, my brain's not working. Anyway, that's what he's using. Stronghold, that's it. Have a look into it. Stronghold. Right, guys, I'm going to go. Thank you so much, and all the members and everyone. Thank you so much. Love you guys. Might see you tomorrow. No, it's not Frontline. Frontline just does like ticks and fleas. This does everything. Thank you, Nanny. Thank you, my love. Right, take care. Bye-bye.